Good evening and welcome to the News 24 English Bulletin. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has arrived in the United States to attend the 77th session of the United Nations General Assembly. The special flight of Bangladesh Biman carrying the Prime Minister landed at John F. Kennedy Airport at 10:30 p.m. local time. There was a festive mood among the expatriates at the airport to welcome her. Besides attending the session of the United Nations General Assembly, the Prime Minister is scheduled to participate in several sideline meetings. Akramul Haq Shumon has the details.
Leaders and activists of the United States Army League started gathering at the John F. Kennedy Airport from Monday afternoon local time, ahead of the arrival of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to the US. A large motorcade of BCL welcomed the Premier. When the special plane of Biman Bangladesh Airlines carrying Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina landed at the airport, Bangladesh Ambassador to the US, Mohammad Imran, and Permanent Representative of Bangladesh to the United Nations, Mohammad Abdul Muhit, welcomed her. From there, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina went to her hotel in New York. Apart from attending the UN General Assembly session, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina will participate in several sideline meetings. She will leave the US for Dhaka on October 2nd. Akramul Haq Shumon, News 24.
Acting Foreign Secretary Rear Admiral retired Mohammad Khurshid Alam said Myanmar is disrupting regional harmony to hinder the Rohingya repatriation process. He made the remarks during a meeting with diplomats stationed in Dhaka at the state guest house Podda on Tuesday. The briefing was held by the Foreign Ministry to convey Bangladesh's concerns over the situation in the border areas with Myanmar. However, no representatives from China, Russia or India participated in the discussion. Responding to a query regarding Myanmar's blame that Arakan Army and ARSA are responsible for mortar shells landing in Bangladesh, the acting Foreign Secretary said the Myanmar side always makes the same claims. Frequent clashes between the Myanmar military and Arakan army are taking place. Some artillery and mortar shells have landed in Bangladeshi territories, triggering diplomatic protests by Bangladesh. BGB is on high alert to protect and secure the border. They have asked the locals to move safely. The BGB was very careful so no Myanmar citizens could enter Bangladesh. According to locals, gunshots stopped at the border, but sounds of explosions were heard in the border area. On September 16th, the Myanmar army randomly fired mortar shells intentionally on the Rohingya displaced camp between the borders, resulting in a boy being killed and 5 others being critically injured. The government allocated more than 1/4 of the total development budget for the fiscal year of 2022 to 2023 to 10 mega projects on the fast-track list with a view to accelerating their completion. The State Minister for Planning, Dr. Jahid Hussain, said the government is stressing project implementation. He stated that at least 17 ministries were unable to spend even 1% of the fund. At least 30 ministries could not spend a single penny, so the government has become more cautious about fund disbursement. Of the total of 1,349 projects being developed across the country, the government allocated 58,287 crore taka for 10 projects alone, considering their importance to the economy. Food Minister Shadon Chandra Mojumdar said strict legal action would be taken against anyone trying to create an artificial fertilizer crisis in Bangladesh. He told this to reporters on Tuesday after visiting the under-construction rice silo in Noga. He said fertilizer supplies in Bangladesh have not declined even by a single ton over the previous year. The number of agricultural lands has decreased instead, so there is no chance of a fertilizer crisis. The minister said a panic has been created and as a result, those who need 1 sack of fertilizer are trying to collect 2. The laborers engaged in construction of the elevated expressway project went on a strike from this morning, which was later withdrawn after assurance of the authority to fulfill their 6-point demands. Besides, the authority at the mediation of police paid away 1 month and 20 days' wage of the workers immediately. The protesters returned to their work. According to the authority, payment was a bit delayed due to some problems in banking. Attempts have also been taken to meet the rest of the demands of the workers. At least 11 children were killed when army helicopters shot at a school in Myanmar, media reports and residents said on Monday. The military said it opened fire because rebels were using the building to attack its forces. Myanmar has been gripped by violence since the army overthrew an elected government early last year. Opposition movements, some of them armed, have since emerged across the country, which the military has countered with lethal force. Thirteen people have been killed and others wounded in a series of explosions in the separatist-run city of Donetsk in eastern Ukraine. Russian-backed Mayor Alexei Kolemzin blamed Ukrainian shell fire for the deaths. There is no comment from Ukrainian officials. Donetsk has been controlled by Russia's proxy authorities since 2014. They have repeatedly accused Ukrainian forces of targeting the city. Independent confirmation is hard to come by on the ground in separatist-held areas of the east. However, local authorities said 9 150mm shells were fired at the Kuibishevsky district of Donetsk. While the entire country was in a celebratory mood after the historic triumph of the women's football team in the SAF Championship, for hours the Bangladesh Football Federation BFF had nothing to say on their verified Facebook page for the South Asian champions. As of 9 p.m. yesterday, there was not a single post on the BFF verified page on Facebook on the Bangladeshi girls' victory. Even after 2 hours of the SAF final, they had nothing on the spectacular success of the women's team. Meanwhile, the entire country is in a celebrating mood. People from different areas and stratas of the country are celebrating the victory and greeting the team from their positions. That's all from the newsroom today. Thank you for watching News 24. Please stay with us.